Hi, in this video I'm going to explain you how you can make the endpoint dynamic for a patch request. Okay, and parallelly we'll be testing whether it is able to perform correctly or not, and we'll check for the response code, like status of that, and we'll check for the response as well. Okay, now let's get into it. This is my Chrome browser. In this Chrome browser, this is my instance one. Okay, dev 164.834. And if I come to this is my Brave browser. In this I opened my instance 2, that is dev 208350. Okay, for example, if I want to send records from Chrome browser, that is instance 1 to instance 2, I need what are the parameters are required. It's nothing but the endpoint, credentials, and the body, right? So now I'll be acting like the person who is going to provide, and later on I'll come to my instance one. I'll try to do a test run. Okay, don't get confused here. So now I'll go to my instance 2, that is nothing but my Brave browser. I'll go to my REST API Explorer. Okay, I'll be selecting it. Okay, now I have selected a table API because instant table. Okay, later on I am using a patch request, right? Nothing but to update a record. I'll just select this, and something endpoint is generated. Fine, and these are the mandatory. Based on these only, these will be automatically populated. That we can just collect from curl, or else from here only we can manually edit. Okay, I'll just tell you, manually edit in the sense here we cannot edit. Later if we can copy this to some notepad, there you can just do a manual edit. I'll choose the table as incident, and sysID I'll leave it as it is because I want to do a dynamic patch request. So let me place this sysID as empty. I'll configure that in my instance one. I'll show you what exactly to do there. And here request headers, request format is application, response format is application, that is fine. And I'll just give some fields for them, like short description, some caller, and configuration item. A random variables I am choosing. I'll just give them three fields access of this instance to do an update, to do a patch. Okay, and all is done. Good. Did you understand? Like API, I have the selected table API and I'm doing a patch. I selected the table. Based on this table, I'll be getting the columns drop down. I have chosen these like three things, and this one I won't be specifying because I'll be doing in that instance one. When I scroll down under code samples, you can find curl. This is the direct endpoint, like without editing I can just put copy till undefined. There's no problem there, just copy till undefined, Control C. Just I'll put in my notepad. Ignore that endpoint. This is previous exercise one. Okay, patch endpoint. Okay, this is the patch endpoint. Already a user I have configured. I'll just use the same, Control C. These are the credentials of the instance 2 itself, so I'll be using the same. And finally the body. What is the body? This is the body. I'll just copy, I'll just paste it. Okay, from the instance 2, whatever I require, I got that. Okay, this is the endpoint, copied till undefined. Undefined is nothing but the sysID I need to mention. This one I'll be showing you in the instance one how you can make it dynamic. Second parameter what I require is the credentials, like username and password. This one already this instance username and password I have with me, these are only, so I'm just using them itself. I'm using those itself, okay. And three parameters I'm just three attributes I'm just choosing, and only these three fields can be updated by that person from the instance one. Okay, that's all with this Brave configuration, this instance 2 things what we require exactly. Okay, now I will go to my instance 1 that is in my Chrome browser. Okay, this is my instance 1, I have come here. Now from here I will try to do a patch request to that instance. So I will go to my REST message. Under system web services outbound you can find the REST message, just choose that. Here I will be configuring my REST message using a patch method. Click on new. Integration. Okay, endpoint, copy this, just paste it here. Okay, just save it. So when you save it, here the methods get automatically populated. Okay, and here you have a choice to create or else use the existing. Again, a point to notice like, I'll tell you when I come here. Let me complete this authorization. I'll just choose a basic. Under basic auth profile, just click on this reference one, click on this new, I'll write a patch user. This name can be of your choice. Okay, this username and password is nothing but what I have. Okay, this is the username of the instance 2, this is the password. This person have the minimum rights to do a patch. I have given the SNC role for this person. Now click on submit. Okay, now click on save. Click on save. Done. And a point to remember, the first part everything is completed, nothing to mention in HTTP request. See, whenever you declare a message here and given an endpoint, for example here, this won't be considered, and as the method is going to be taken as a priority, the endpoint that is mentioned in the method will be considered for your patch request. Okay, whether you write here or not, it will be overridden by the method endpoint while you are using this HTTP methods thing. Okay, I'll just click on a new. I'll just give a name of my choice, endpoint. Here you are supposed to give perfectly. Okay, I'll just copy once again, I'll just paste it. So undefined is nothing but that's a place for sysID I need to mention. So I'll just, in order to make it dynamic, I'll just use dollar bracket flower bracket this underscore id. This can be of your choice. Okay, it's my own declaration variable, it can be of your own variable. Okay, I'll just save it. So it's a patch res, select the patch and save. Done. Okay, you made your endpoint dynamic. So whenever a record is going to get placed here, and that corresponding sysID we need to map here and do a patch. This is the important step where you need to note for a patch request. So authorization authentication type, it's a basic and it is inherited from the parent, so you need not change anything. When it comes to request, HTTP request. In this you try to write as it is, like content type. It's going to be an application JSON, and accept also. These are the two must things you have to use every time. Done. Okay, you have declared your HTTP query parameters, content type and accept, and the value is going to be application JSON. Fine. Here in the content you are supposed to write the body. So I have a body, right? I'll just copy this. Only these three fields they have given access. Only those three fields can be edited from our end. So I'll just align it properly so that you'll be understanding. Done. So now for testing purpose I can make here a fixed values, okay, but I'm telling I want to make the request dynamic, so I have to again do a dynamic variable declarations. In order to do a dynamic, again I'll declare like dollar SDSC, a name of my choice. Similarly for the remaining two. And in your business rule, the variables what you declared on the right hand side will be used in your scripting side, okay. And so I have declared a variables like SDSC, caller, CI, and I placed a dollar in order to make it dynamic. Similarly here I have appended of what I can say, I am concatenated with some dollar sysid because I want to make that change every time. It should be dynamic, not a fixed record, but for different records I want to do, so I make it like a sysid is going to be a dynamic, and this declaration is of your choice, okay. Don't think only this sysid structure I need to give. It's not like that. As I mentioned dollar, the bracket of inside will be variable of your choice. So here there are the three, and here is the one. Totally 4 variables are dynamic. So when I click on auto generate variables, 4 variables should come in this variable substitutions. Once I'll save it and I'll do a auto generate. I'll click on auto generate under related links. Okay, when I scroll down, as I mentioned, here 3 plus 1, total 4, caller CI, SDSC sysid. Okay, now the last step is nothing but we need to test the connection. For that we need to give some values, and if we click on test, we'll check whether it is giving a 200 response or some 400 series response. We'll check. According to that, if required, we'll do a troubleshoot and find a solution. Okay, in order to do a patch, definitely that record should be present in instance 2. Already I have some sysid of that record with me. I'll go to my instance table. I'll click on all. I'll do a default view. So if you have gone through my previous video, I have shown you how you can grab the sysids from the response body, okay, and this is the sysid of a record that is present in instance 2, okay. I'll just copy it, okay, don't confuse. This is my previous video scripting. From that scripting I have grabbed the sysid of record present in that instance. Okay, now already I have the sysid, so I'm going to use the sysid. I'm going to copy the sysid and do a test. In this sysid I'll just place this, Control V, caller able tutor, check for the spelling always, CI, I'll take some random Take a names of your choice, no problem. Why I'm taking the CI's these only means anything you can take, no problem. Why I am taking this is why, because this ServiceNow instance is same with my second instance ServiceNow instance. So as it is same, I can just use the CIs what are present for testing. Just paste it here. Test the patch. Okay, everything was filled. Now I'll just do a test. I click on test. Good. See, and this HTTP status is showing me a 200 response, means it is a successful, it has updated, it was telling. And this is the response what I got. So I'll just copy and I'll analyze. I'll just open some JSON formatter. Previously I have used that, so it's coming up. Now I'll just paste it. See, from this is the response. Okay, this is the one I copied and I placed here in order to analyze. Okay, it was telling me like this is updated by this user, because I use that user credentials and I did, and it was telling this is the number that is present on that instance. For that record it has done. Okay, how will know I have done for this instance? Because I have mentioned one sysID, right? Based on the sysID, it identified like that sysID belongs to this incident, and I have done the update on this incident. How we can cross check is, see, this is the sysID I have given, right? One minute, sorry, opened by this user, and if I go to my see, this is the sysID. This is the sysID of the record that I mentioned, B6A9476. So for this sysID record, it has done an update, it was telling. That's all. This one too I'll be showing you what is this user. It is going to that user table and it is telling this is the person, this is the record of that, this is the sysID of the user, and by that caller ID it is doing, I think. I'll just cross check. My instance is already open, right? In my browser, I'll just go there. I'll go to instance. So this is the record, it has done a patch. When I come down, I'll just take the values what I have mentioned. Short description. Okay. So all the updates, whenever there is failed in this, things will be shown on that activities. So it was telling Apple tutor was changed and the short description was changed to test the patch connection by which user? By the integration user. Okay, I'll just copy this sysID once to cross check. This is the instance number is 1002, right? Thousand two. So it has captured the right record, and the sysID what I told is B689. I'll just paste it here that I copied in that. B689, same sysID it has done. It has cross checked. Good. And one more thing, it said that it has updated the short description, right? You need to check what is this user. Okay, I'll just copy. It was telling that caller ID is this. Copy. I'll go to my instance 2. I'll just write a filter like sysID is. What it exactly means, I want to know. Run. Able tutor. Oh, done. This is the name I have set there, right? It was telling indirectly through the link. Caller ID is this one. It is telling like tables is user, and that user is present in this table, and this is the sysID of the able tutor. Okay, the value is this one. This value is nothing but able tutor's value. That's all. That's how you can check. Okay, that's all for this video, and thank you.